Thank you. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me out there, everybody? Can you see me? Am I bright enough? Are we bright enough? Could be worse. It could be worse. Thank you. Thank you for telling me to unmute. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can I hear you? Can I hear you? I can hear you. Can you hear me? How do you like that picture of me? That was taken a while ago. Ian Balchin. Lewis, what happened to the midday show today? Well, honestly, I went to sleep very late, and I didn't do it. That's the reason why I didn't do it. I just went to sleep so late. I didn't go to sleep so late. I was in bed, but I can't sleep because I've got a guilty conscience. I'm a very bad man. I'm a bad man for all the reasons, whatever they are. I don't even know what the reasons are, but I'm a bad man, so I didn't do it. But thank you very much for asking. I said it wasn't a definite thing. You'll have to check. I mean, that someone is looking for it, I think that's really great. That is, I mean, I can't take it as a sign that this show is interesting or worth watching. I can't take it that. I can't take it as that. But it could be that. It could be. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm going to try tomorrow. Once we get it started, this is the thing about me. Once we do something, we're just going to do it. I just can't get going. It's like those people who are, I'm unindustrious. Not that I'm unindustrious. I just need to, I need to be harder. I don't even know what I need to do. I need to do something. Do I look horrible? I'm looking at myself right here. Do I look horrible? Look at my hair. Look at the hair. Look at the chin. Look at this part right there. Look at that thing there. Look at this thing. Can you see this thing? Can you see this? This is a worrying thing. Should I have, do you see the crack in my head? Do you think I should have some kind of filler put in there or have it stretched out or something? But here I've got, anyway, we could talk about the way I look. It's so important to me. It's so important. I See You is here. Dame Claire is here. Used to be just Claire C. Now she's back to being a dame. Thank you for saying I look gorgeous. There's Highgate Herman. There's Lexi is here. Lexi is here, which is really, really good. Number one. I mean, I was hoping to get down to 76 kilograms, and I am at 77 kilograms. So now I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so let's get back on track here, which is, hold on a second. So, number one, today's show, which is the 15th of October. This is the 127th show. I've worked hardly call it work. It's only work if you send me money. If you don't send me money, it's not work. So, maybe you're right not to send me any money. People do send me money, which I do appreciate. They don't send me massive amounts of money, but they send me money. Why you would send a man my age money, I don't know. I could use the money. Anyway, so that's 127 shows. Tonight at 10:30, if I do a 10:30 show, will be 11 days in a row. So that is a lot of shows in a row. But some of the shows do seem like work. I don't feel like this show is going to feel like work. I just hope it's not even a show. It's just me talking to you people. Maybe you could make it something. Maybe I could answer a few questions. I've had some very bad news in my life. Maybe we could talk about bad news. Bad news is that I'm not going to be able to do this show from Studio B, which we're in right now, in Studio B. I'm going to have to go to another studio, maybe Studio A, or the kitchen, or Studio C, which is my bedroom over there, or maybe Studio D, which is somewhere in there. Number one. So, and the reason why that is, the good news is the producer, my son, is coming back tomorrow. So he's coming back here tomorrow. So we're looking forward to seeing him. I was going to say that that's bad news, but since I'm resigned to him being my son, show us your bedroom. Maybe tomorrow I'll do that. I'll show you the bedroom. I mean, it's not like, I don't know, maybe it's not like Osmond Gold's house. It's not like Osmond Gold's house. It's not super neat, but there's no dirt around, or not that much dirt. I actually vacuum the floor. I change the bed sheets occasionally just in case, God, please, God, someone comes and visits me. Something like that, okay? Dame Claire says, let's go to your bedroom, Lewis. Yeah, well, so maybe we'll do it maybe it should be late night from Lewis's bedroom and I'll be sitting in bed. I mean, a lot of streamers do it. The question is, what took me so long to get started in this? I've been watching Osmond Gold, and he does this all the time, and he seems like he's more psychologically damaged than I am. But I'm also physically damaged. I'm not going to mention my problems because my enemies might be happy. I don't believe in changing bed sheets. I don't believe it either. That's why, you get help to change it. That's why women exist. That's not true, because I do change my own bed sheets. I like to have a clean bed. A clean bed. How old is your bed? Osmond Gold's bed is like 25 years old. He's been sleeping in the same bed for 25 years. And that's not good, I don't think. Or maybe it is good. Maybe what's the difference? Is it killing us that we're in the same bed for 25 years? Lewis, says Al Williams, I need solutions, not problems. All right, I'm not giving you any problems. I'm giving you solutions. The solution is we're keeping on going. My son is going to be here to help me prepare for the move in there. I don't know how we're going to do it, I've got a computer, but it's not such a great computer. I don't think it's going to be good enough. I think it's a 12-year-old computer, so I might have to get, maybe you can help me buy a computer. Which side is this? Let me turn the light on here. Maybe this will be brighter here. How about that? Is that better? How does it look? Let me see how it looks on the. We've got I'll tell you how many people watching. 29 people watching. Okay, that's good news. 29 people, and already 8 people have liked the stream. 8 people have liked the stream. We've got Ian Higgs coming in. My wife said I've been reciting lines from Lord of the Rings at night. Lord of the Rings at night again. I said, don't worry. I was just Tolkien talking in my sleep. Oh, sorry. I've got no future in comedy. It says, I guess that's a funny joke. My wife says, you were reciting lines from Lord of the Rings last night, Ian. And I said, don't worry, I was just talking in my sleep. That's a good joke. I think it's a good joke. I hope it's a good joke. Is that a good joke? It's an erudite joke. It's a good joke. It's a phenomenal joke, says Blackadder here. So it is a good joke. I hope you got a couple of emergency blankets close to your bed in case of an emergency. Why? Why would I need emergency blankets? There must be a joke in there. Why would I need emergency blankets? Says MC Scott. Why would I? But it's not MC Scott. It's local in Northampton. Today you're local in Northampton, and yesterday you were MCS-something something something. It's all in the pronunciation. You know what? That's actually true. It is. All language is in the pronunciation. That's what language is. It's 100% pronunciation. And I teach people how to read pronunciation in my book called, I forget what the name of it's called, but this is the book that you need if you want to teach someone how to read. It's not about you learning how to read, because it's for kids. It's to teach someone else how to read. Oh my God, it was so cold today. I used a heater in the car, 19 degrees. Was that the high temperature, or was that the how much was the low temperature? Was that the high temperature? Maltese Phil, he's in Malta. He's bragging. He knows I love Malta. I've been to Malta once and I liked it. Maybe if I spent more time there, I liked being in England too. At one time. So that's that. So we're going to talk today about reform. I'd like to talk about reform because 19 was the low there. Oh, well, 19 is 68 or 60 or 70 degrees. One of those two temperatures. That's what it is. It's 11 degrees here. I wouldn't even know. I haven't been out of the house. I finished painting. I didn't finish. I put on half of another coat of paint in my bathroom using the paint that I found on the street that was basically needed to be pushed around a lot, and it needs to be whipped because it's got huge bumps and something, and it's a bit too. I added water to it. I think it needs more water adding to it. It's 12 here, Kermit. Okay, now I got to tell you where it's here. Heavy fog and cold, quite miserable, says Blackadder. Yeah, well, that's what England is. It could be cold and miserable. That's what it's all about. Let's see what the temperature is like in beautiful sunny Nunhead. It's 13 degrees. You're going to get always 1 or 2 degrees warmer here. This is the warmest place. Where is where is she coming? I don't think she's coming back. She sent me a message saying she's not coming in on Friday, and she's probably not going to come in again. And I didn't answer her. So that's what we could talk about, that bad news. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was flirting with her too much. Maybe we were all talking about how I loved her too much. Maybe that made her partner uncomfortable. Maybe it made her uncomfortable. I don't know. What do you think? I'll tell you what, I mean, she didn't say anything personal about it. She said she's not coming in. And I just went, oh, okay, don't come in. But not in a mean way, just come in when you want me to come in. Oh dear, yeah, Joodles, oh dear. So, I mean, remember, she is married. Remember, you're coming into Lewis Schaffer's flat. I may not be an Osmongold flat, but it is, an Osmongold flat. I've got the temperature right here, 25.9 degrees, Lexi. It says it right there. Can you see the temperature? 42 degrees. 42 is the humidity. Is the humidity, because we need a lot of humidity in the air. I don't know, but this says 43 degrees. It's basically 26 degrees at 43 degrees. Thank you, Southern Council, for this, for spending our money to give people who don't deserve it extra heat. I don't like reform. Farage is I don't like to use that word. Let's say he's a traitor. He's just repeating things Teddy said 15 years ago and hates TR. Absolute irony. Inconsistent. Yes, well, you know what? Eventually, I think he's going to, maybe he's believing what Tommy Robinson said 15 years ago. Maybe he's believing that. So that doesn't, I say things that, a few years ago I didn't believe, and now I believe them. So what should I do? Should you hate me for that? That's a good question. People change their minds. And what's his name has a political party that is believable. Does Tommy Robinson? No, he's prevented probably from having a political parties. I'm 20 years old and I voted reform. Is it normal? Because most 20-year-olds are far left. Yes, because they've been lied to. But in America, most 20-year-olds are more and more becoming Trumpers, MAGA people. You gotta vote reform. Basically, what else is there? Tell me, didn't we have this discussion before? And I like Tommy Robinson, but this is how it is. He's, I don't like that they can't get along. Maybe they will. Maybe they will get along. And remember who had Trotsky killed. I think. I don't know. FM goes, I've been right wing on the fringes of the middle since 15, you laugh out loud. Imagine how I feel. Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean? 15? How old are you now? Aren't you 20 now? Young people becoming Trumpers. That's the high carb diet over there. No, because they're stopping eating the carbs. And when you stop eating the carbs, you become more sensible, generally speaking. Generally speaking. Carnivore, the meat diet, is equals sanity. Young people are... So that's what Maltese Phil said. I see you. I see you. Says reform are no better than the rest. Tommy Robinson isn't courting reform. I wonder why. I mean, that's a big problem. We need somebody who's going to fight for England and fight for the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes, the Welsh, the Cornish, the Kentish people, the Cumbrians. We need someone who's going to fight for this country. Trump still means fart. In this country doesn't mean that. And maybe Trump is not gonna wind up being the best. I mean, I'm so old. I remember being disappointed in so many different people, being basically convinced to vote for someone and thinking, "Oh, this is going to be great." And then you pick that guy, and they didn't. They turned. And politics is a very hard thing. It's a very hard thing because you want to get reelected. You want, especially in America, you want them to give you. You want to get money to run for office. Isn't that the case? So, from the vantage point of my monitor and my glasses on, oh dear, I sometimes wonder about my life choices. I can see and hear you still on the lappy, Lewis. Yeah, well, is that monitor, is that someone watching over you like a carer, or is that your screen? Lappy in the lounge. Okay, that's good. You can hear me. You can see me. Maybe you can see me. You can hear me. Maybe you can see me. You can hear me. I mean, so what do we do? What do we do? Am I advocating reform, voting for reform? Are we going to split the party? The Tories, I mean, they made a promise, and they lied. And they lied. And they lied. So, and they're, according to this latest study, it said that reform is going to get 445 seats, and the Tories are going to get like 7 seats. 7, something like that, some ridiculously low number. Does anybody remember the study? I should post the study up so there should be some visual here, not just me sitting here. Okay, we need a proper British party to vote for, but reform isn't it. Farage is guaranteed to win and be prime minister, and they all become one big uni party. Welcome to the new world order. It's almost like I wouldn't mind a world order if it was run by Christians coming. I would mind it. But, I mean, wouldn't you prefer a globalist world? Which would you prefer, a globalist world order or an Islamic world order? Which would you prefer? A party that believes in birth control, women working, having dogs, that kind of party? Or one that says no dogs, no pork. Everybody's got to cover their faces. I think that's the question of the day. Regarding Tommy Robinson, Ron Smith says, thank you, Ron, good to see you. I mentioned yesterday that the BBC asked the judge to not let independent journalists to report on the case. So you only get one-sided narrative. Security dragged one out. Yes. Well, first of all, there's no such thing as independent journalists. There's no such thing as journalists. And there should just be free speech. Anybody who wants to go in there should be able to go in there. But they want to make it seem like they're like journalists. I'm a journalist. If you work for the BBC, you are not a journalist. You're working for the state propaganda network. And that is not journalism. Reform, I think, says Blackadder, should be sufficient for now. Sufficient as for now, until the right cements itself in British politics again. But the problem is Farage and his odd name. If he goes to reform, if he goes, then reform would be adequate. Well, yeah, you don't know what the history is going to bring. Elon Musk has paid for his legal representation. He's called out Farage for not being, we're talking about Tommy Robinson, for not being fit and able person to be prime minister. Musk has backed advanced UK. Tommy will stand for election as an advanced MP. Okay, what we need to do is we need punctuation, but I don't know, is that what the party's going to be called? Advance. We need honest, sensible government people, ICU says. What I see is nothing but gravy train riders. Unfortunately, that's what politics is. Yes, they banned Ezra Levant, says Dame Claire, from being there. He's always been there for Rebel News. He's Tommy's old boss and good friend. Yeah, but the point is, you've got to stop respecting. Tommy Robinson also lied by saying, I'm a journalist. He's not. He's a revolutionary. He's a political leader. He is not. Zingo is here. I haven't seen Zingo in a while. But he is not he's not a journalist. He's not a journalist. A journalist is someone who's saying, let's be fair. And you can't be fair. I like the journalists in GB News. They are good. But those on BBC are skinny jobs, says local in Northampton. The answer is no. They're not journalists on GB News. They're also political people working for an independent rich people establishment. Unless you own the journal yourself, and even if you own the journal, then you're working for yourself. So there's no. What does Judith say about me? Saying that there's no such thing as journalism. In the same way, I say there's no such thing as germs in journalism. What happened to Zingo? What did Zingo say? What did Zingo say? I missed what Zingo said. Let me get back to what did you say, Zingo, again? Hello, Lewis. Hello, Zingo. I missed Zingo's comment. I don't know if Trump means fat. I think Trump means Joe is here too. And Marianne is here. Everybody is a liar. You know what? I'm looking at my news feed that comes in. I don't even know who these people are. My news feed. But it said how to lower your blood pressure in a month. How to lower your blood pressure in a month, according to a cardiologist. What the hell does a cardiologist know? They're all just told. They're all a bunch of, even though I saw, I've seen millions of them. Do they know how to lower it? The same way that you know how to lower it. We've been told the same things. Anyway, Tommy Robinson's ego is not a good look. It's very big, says ICU. Yeah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Can Zingo, can you tell us what happened to Zingo so I can express some sympathy? Yeah, Tommy Robinson, but, you need someone with a big ego to stand in front of millions. You need someone with a big ego to fight, the people who are destroying, you think are destroying this country. You got to do that. All Lewis lovers on here are brilliant, says Zingo. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We have not seen you in a while. Tell us why. Where have you been? You don't have to if you don't want to. But it's nice to see you again. Apparently, Rachel Reeves will have to raise taxes as a result of the UK leaving the gold standard. When did it leave the gold standard? Is that a joke, Malteseville? I think that's a joke. We had a complacent, useless government for 14 years, then voted for a load of inexperienced nobodies. We might do it again with reform. Yes, we might. But it wasn't like that. It wasn't that the government was complacent or useless, and it isn't like the new government is that either. They have a political agenda, which is the uniparty. The Tories, they believed in letting people into the country. The Tories were going to let people in to the country, maybe because we don't want to have to pay our workers more money. and the labor is saying, let's let people into the country because we want to scare people. Living for today is S. Simpson, who is a woman. Is that right? Is S. Simpson a woman? That's really good. And that's what Kermit, that's what we all should do so we know who we're talking about. Living for today is S. Simpson, which I appreciate you telling me. I disagree, I see you. He's confident. He's utterly passionate about our country, and people always say that. My friend works with Tommy, and he's the least egotistical person, confident, not arrogant. And you have to be. I don't know. You have to be. Living for today. Living for today. Ron Smith, I agree, Lewis. If they were just useless, they would occasionally make a mistake in our favor. Ron Smith, totally right. But they don't. They're letting in millions of people. And did you see Boris Johnson? You know, when you let in 1 million people a year and then you let them each bring in 10 people, you lose your country. They knew what was going on. How do you not know what's going on? He said, I don't know what the number is. Teaser Pop is here. It's Tiggy. Teaser Pop. There we go. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for being here. Thank you very much. And they do. I hope they teach it well. Learning any new language can be taught. What are we talking about there? Zingo says, I've missed you. My sister was very ill. Okay, we're sorry to hear that, so I had to focus on helping her. I have missed your voice. That New Yorker accent is brilliant. It's not new. No, I don't have a New York accent anymore. I don't talk like this anymore. I do. I guess I do. I went to speech therapy to get rid of it, but I kept a hold of it when I'm in this country. But Zingo, thank you very, very much for coming back. Zingo. 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 Z-I-N-G-O. Z-I-N-G-O. Well, this is what I See You says. I don't know. I see you. This is what I See You says. I don't know Tommy personally. I hope he's not riding the spotlight and waving to his followers. Maybe he is humble. I think we have a better, someone like that who actually lives and dies this. Who knows? I could see someone say Tommy Robinson how could someone say Tommy Robinson isn't egotistical? He uses someone else's name. Well, don't we all? What is her name? Your mother. When your mother named us our original name, she had idea. My name, original name, Lewis Schaffer, is a phony name. It's a phony name, Lewis, Lewis. That's not a Jewish name. I was named. I wanted to have you wanted to have me like of a posh English name. I mean, Tommy is a great name. Because it's basically it's an English name. It's not Muhammad. It's not Muhammad. Filet steak, use peppercorn sauce. What Zingo, what's the matter with your sister? And maybe we can cure your sister through a low carb, especially low toxic seed oil. Okay? Sorry for saying hello twice. I don't know why I'm coming up as living for today. I am indeed Simpson, which she is a woman. I'm going to put a W right there. That's what it means, yeah. Because I think Joodles found out that they've changed the format on YouTube because they didn't want fake names, supposedly fake names coming up. But our names are not all real either. So I don't know what it's changing one kind of a fake name for another fake name. I saw last night's show on YouTube after the live broadcast. Easy to do. I find the episode I missed, clicked, and enjoyed the show. Simples. Was the show last night good? Was our show good that we did? Lewis, you're an entertainer. You're expected to use a stage name. Well, Lewis James Schaffer is not a Jewishy name. Okay? It's a fake name that my mother came up with, but everybody in the Jewish community, because we wanted to be part of the community that we moved into. I'm an American. I'm not trying to put Jewish law in America. We're in the country that we're in. And that's what this country is about. But Deland, thank you very much. You, should I change my name to a funny name like Whoopi Goldberg? She's neither Whoopi nor Goldberg. I don't know. Yeah, EDL, English Defense League. That's what Claire is saying that Tommy Robinson started. It wasn't nice, and there wasn't any fear at the time, and it seemed like it was racist. But now you can see maybe there's a calling for it, Claire. So I'm with you. Yeah. Thank you, MC Scott, local in Northampton. You can always go back, and you could go at Lewis Schaffer Live and find it, or Google Lewis Schaffer, or just go to my Twitter thing. Where's the Twitter? Go to the Twitter. Can you see the Twitter? Lewis Schaffer. Lewis at Lewis Schaffer. No exclamation point. I don't know what that's there for, but there's Lewis Schaffer. Can we go there? Can we also press the like thing? Can we also send me £5? It's like 10 pence a day. It's like nothing. Late night shows are proving very popular, aren't they? I see you. Good time and good content. And my mood is better late at night. Maybe because I'm a late night person. Are we happy with the late night? I think what Tommy Robinson has done under the amount of attack that he's had is brilliant. But I also think that Nigel Farage, maybe when look at Donald Trump. He was in favor of the COVID vaccine, and now he's not, let's hope. And now he's not. For once an MC introduced me as Anne Marie Fitzgerald, laugh out loud. Anne Marie Fitzgerald. Why is that funny? Why is that funny? Why is that funny? I'm like losing my place here. I miss the late lives. I did watch it this morning. It's a different vibe altogether. Why? Why would it be different? What's the difference between now? Are the people different? Are the people drunk at 10:30? Is 10:30 the best time? I'm not sure it is the best time. It means that if we end this show at, let's say, 7, it means I've got to be ready for a new show in 3 hours. Not ready, maybe just rest, or maybe I want to go out, pick up garbage. I don't know, do I have time to do that? Zingo, thank God we have you, Lewis, on YouTube. We are so lucky to be chatting to you. This is the kind of comment that I love to hear. I don't like to hear your political opinions. I just want to hear nice things. That's not true. That's not true. I'm making kind of a joke. But we are so lucky to be chatting to you. I have seen you on GB News, but not enough. Missed you. Honest opinions. We need you. Well, that's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be honest. We all should be honest. And obviously, people have a problem with Tommy Robinson. They have a problem with Nigel Farage. But where is our biggest problem? We have a biggest problem on the globalist, communist, socialist, team world people who are letting Muslims into the country, and the Muslims hate us. And if they don't hate us, let them come on here and say, I don't hate you, and I hate what the Muslims are doing. And then we're giving them money. Right next door is a flat that was bought by Southwark Council and given to this young woman with her child, emergency housing, because she was all alone with a young child. She was from an African country, but had been living in Spain. And now she's living here. But the British people who built that house, okay, that's loving. Where is that woman now? She hasn't been there in months, maybe 6 months. And she had her husband move in, who's also lovely. They're lovely people, but this country's running out of money. Anyway, you're sober over 5 years off the alcohol. Well, there you go. Let's give Local in Northampton, or MC Scott, a big round of applause. That is a major accomplishment. Alcohol is one of the most addictive. It's addictive. It's addictive. Tommy cares about your typical British person. That's right. The Anglo-Saxon, the Nigerians, if they've been living in this country, if they were born in this country. No one should be kicked out of this country, but no one should be let into the country without checking who they are, and no one who hates this country should be let into the country. And I think that's what Donald Trump is leaning towards. You walk down the street and you're afraid. Why should you be afraid? Yeah. Why should you be afraid? You know, and then Tommy Robinson's called her whatever he's called. It's like my beautiful ex-girlfriend who was here yesterday. You know, whatever, not just her, but they call me a racist. You know, the media love to find dirt on right-wingers. Tommy Robinson has been so careful because he has some baggage, as we all do. I saw a film that got him put in jail. Tell the truth and get locked up, Fontenay says. That's Fontenay. I'm with you. I am with you. Somebody needs to speak the truth. You know, somebody needs to stop the people who hate this country from coming here and taking away your money. When Boris Johnson, he said, we let people into the country because there was inflation in wages. Okay, why was there inflation in wages? Because things were costing more. So of course there should be inflation in wages. We want people to make more money. But Boris Johnson didn't want people to make more money. Boris Johnson, which is why I shouldn't talk like this. Which is why the Tories are dead. The Tories are dead. We want people to make more money, but Boris Johnson didn't want people to make more money. Okay? That's why they let in 1 million people to keep wages low. Are all you people rich? No. Is that true? My humor reminds me of Robin Williams' stand-up. I don't think so, because he was a genius, really. A genius. Very hairy. And a genius. He was a runner. He used to run. And then he became a vegetarian or a vegan or something, and he got brain disease from being a vegetarian. And that way, I'm similar to him, because maybe I'm killing myself with my crazy verkackte diet. But Ian Balchin, is that your name? Have you always been here as Ian Balchin? Have you always been here as Ian Balchin? Or did you have another name that I should know about? I mean, with all the name changes, it's harder. No, Robinson Williams wasn't unique like Lewis Schaffer. I think he was pretty. I think people remembered him. They remember his wildness, but he was prepared wildness. I'm not. Robin Williams was amazing. He took a lot of hokey cokey, though. Yes, that could have maybe caused some problems. He did, but those were days when people took the hokey cokey. Says local in Northampton. You know, should a religion that teaches hate, division, and sedition, not tradition, be even allowed to be practiced? Yes, they should. If you want to believe that stuff, they have 21 countries. We got enough trouble in this country telling people what they should practice. Yeah, there's nice people who practice every religion. But do they want to stop pork from being sold? Do they want to insist on kosher or halal food? Do they want to stop us from eating pigs? You know, do they want to cover our faces? I'm trying to write a joke about the relationship with ECHR. Hang on a minute. With our relationship with ECHR. I don't even know. There's two of those things. There's the Court of Human Justice or Human Rights or whatever it is. This country believes in human rights. You wrote the human rights thing, and now we got to listen to those Europeans. They're not even Europeans. It's like in America, I'm sure. Okay, so I don't know. So I see you, I despair. They want us to be nothing. Yes, they do. They want us to be nothing. Lexi says Mork. Yeah, Mork and Mindy, yeah. I think there was some Lord's document submitted to Lords about getting cheap labor. They also mentioned how less immigrants would raise working wages. Can't have the plebes earning more. Exactly, Ron Smith. And that's Boris Johnson. If he admits that, and he did not come clean and say, they want us to have massive immigration of people that hate our country to keep your wages down, and I am not going to do it. But he didn't do that. He didn't believe in COVID. Maybe let's say he didn't believe in COVID. Maybe he didn't believe in COVID. But did he say, I can't be prime minister. I'm going to do what I do as prime minister. I don't believe in COVID. I don't believe in that 6 minute thing, 6 feet thing. I don't believe in the mask thing. But did he do that? Did he say that? No, he didn't say that. We need somebody with balls who's going to say, this is what I believe. If you don't believe it, I can't be your prime minister. So deselect me. And I'm going to go stand over there and I'm going to scream about this and form a new political party. And hopefully more people will believe me. And eventually they will. That's what you have to do. That's what Boris Johnson should have done. But he didn't do that. I don't know if he's a coward or not. Boris is a fake. He's a green nut. I don't know if he's a green nut. I don't even know what the guy believes in. He's got no backbone, I would say. I'm not saying anything. People can say that about me. Who is Norris? Norris is a nasty piece of work. What about Boris Johnson's? You can't punish him because his dad is a globalist. But globalism is communism. It's fascism. It's socialism. It's team world. It's anti the people. They think they're better than the people. And that's what Boris Johnson does. He thinks he's better or whatever it is. Maybe he doesn't think he's better. I think the green stuff was about his woman. What about the green thing? His green stuff, yeah. I was cross in church last Sunday, and the priest said it was wrong for Jenrick to point out. I was cross. But point out he didn't see white faces in parts of Birmingham. Yeah, well, you should be. Did you stand up and you say, I can't be in this church because you hate white people and I'm a white person? Did you stand up that night and walk out and turn and say, I don't care about you people. If you want to speak to me, I'm going to a church that lets white people come in. Okay? Ron Smith says this. Mark Stein says Boris called the climate load of bollocks. But when prime minister, he obviously got captured. He's not short of fancy wallpaper. What does that mean, Ron Smith? Not short of fancy wallpaper. Is that an English saying? Because I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Wait until the budget next month. Socialism will rear its ugly head. I mean, it's basically here. That's what I've been told, that they want to, you raise taxes on rich people. And I know some rich people living in this country, possibly. I know rich people, and they're going to move. They're moving already. They don't have to be here. A rich person can move anywhere. Anywhere. Have you seen that program? Have you seen the program which shows the whatchamacallit, which shows where you can get a passport from? Rich people can go anywhere. Pay $5,000, pay $5 million. It doesn't matter to them. They buy a passport. Next thing you know, they're living in so many different countries. Boris believes in Boris. He was not a conviction politician. He was an opportunist. It's all about personal gain to him, Ludd says. Good to see you, Ludd. Yes, that's true. It's all that way. It's that way. He's an opportunist. Here's Jim Johnson. He comes from America. Let's see what Texas. Boris said we should have stuck with Rwanda tactic. What a fake. It's a tactic. It's a tactic. You don't let people into the country and then send it to Rwanda. You put a boat there and you sink one boat and you capture the people and you bring them out, and they say, we don't want to be on the boat because we're afraid we're going to... That's horrible. I want to apologize for that. Anyway, back in the light, deep breath. Deep breath. You can see how upsetting it is. It's all so simple. Look, I mean, I'm not saying Donald Trump is I'm saying Donald Trump is the greatest. Is he perfect? No. Is he going to turn bad? He might. But he basically stopped immigration coming across the border. It was the easiest thing in the world. And here there's La Mancha, whatever it's called, the English Channel. So there you go. We spoke about that last night. Boris believes in Boris. Okay. Here's Hi-Ho Kermit. He's saying we spent a fortune on wallpaper for the apartment at Downing Street. Well, someone did, not him. Yeah, well, remember one thing, you need nice digs when you're competing because you got no countries. There's a saying in Texas, and Jim Johnson knows what this saying is. It's like no cattle, big hat, no cattle. Is that the saying Jim Johnson, is that the saying? No, big hat, no cattle. It's like you're just showing off. You look like a cowboy, but you're not a cowboy. Don't apologize for your opinion, Lewis. We love you for speaking your mind. Thank you. Who is the we? Who is the we? Are you speaking for other people? Say, I love you, Lewis. Girl from Mars, I love you too. This is what I need. I need you people to love me. I'm so desperate. I'm so desperate for love. I'm so desperate. Thank you very much. Boris is influenced by his latest squeeze. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing you could, yeah, I'm not influenced by, I'm not going to, that's maybe a problem. I mean, yeah, I should be too. I love you, Lewis. That's right. I is good. Speak for yourself. I love you. What is Ron Smith? I missed a couple of all fur coat and no knickers. Is that the English version? All fur coat and no knickers, right? They can't afford a pair of knickers. My troublesome African neighbor has been targeting my other neighbor who is autistic. He brought her a new iPhone. I was fuming. I did get it sorted. And then she reported me to the police. What do you mean by that? Who did? My troublesome African neighbor has been targeting my other neighbor who is autistic. Who is he? Can you rewrite that? I see you because I don't understand that. I love you, says MC. I love you, MC Scott, or local in Northampton. Audience members like Joe. She's loved you a long time, not missed an episode of yours. Well, that is lovely. That's lovely. That's lovely. I mean, who knows what kind of trouble I'm going to get into for this. You could take a quote from any of this, and you could say, oh, he hates. Dubes look a lot like Martin Daubney today. Why? So there's been a change at the GB News things. CGI is amazing with a clap. Okay, which is a clap. So that's what we're talking about. Boris Johnson is horrible. He let in 1 million people, which means that each one of them is going to be allowed to at least let 10 of their relatives come in, however many it is. And next thing you know, the Birmingham, London, the whole country. My name is part Polish. Balchin, pronounced Balchin. Balchin. Is that like a joke? Is that a joke? Does anyone watch UK column news? A bit one-sided on Gaza, but generally very good. I've been told I should watch that. I'm going to write that down again and never look at it. Again. But it could be that. UK column news. If you think, what's going on in Gaza now? I don't know. Has it fallen apart because the Palestinians said they had to agree, and when they lied, Israel went in there and pounded them? So now let's blame Israel? I don't know. Boris cannot keep it in his pants. He's vacuous. Kate Gwynn, thank you. But Lewis Schaffer can't keep it in his pants either when given the opportunity. I don't have the opportunity very often, but if you call me up and you say, I'm coming over, I say, oh yeah, come on over. That's what it is. And he's smart. yeah, so he's a bit, you know, and look at how horrible he looks. He's fat and bloated with that fake haircut. Fake. I don't like Boris Johnson. I'm sorry. I canceled the sale, got his money back. She said it was racist. I don't. Let's see what you're saying. I see you. He's vulnerable. She pressured him. He paid back for a new phone and asked me to get his money back. He paid for a new phone and asked me to get his money back. He didn't want a new phone, and she. So what is the crime there? What is the crime? Ian Balchin, who are you? You're somebody else. That sounds like hot. Not your story, but what that woman did. I bet she would go on to sell it in her home country for triple the price. Oh, I see. So he got him so that to buy her. She wanted the autistic guy to buy the African lady a new phone. A new phone. I mean, people are bad, and from every country they're bad. They're bad, yeah. Yep, Boris is hat and no cattle. All hat and no cattle. All fur coat and no knickers. Yeah. I mean, and now he wants to come back? And Tony Blair? That guy wants to come back? Who's going to fight for this country? Maybe it's only Tommy Robinson with a little bit of hope from Nigel Farage and that other guy, and Rupert, whatever. UK column used to be on Sky Channel, but got censored around 2012. I forgot about the UK channel going after going abroad until 2020, Ron Smith. And someone mentioned them. They were excellent exposing the COVID psyop. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Who sleeps naked? Do I sleep naked? I don't sleep naked, no. I have long, sometimes I wear shorts, and sometimes I will always wear a t-shirt. I always wear a t-shirt. But usually I wear long sleeve, kind of like, no, they're not stretch pants, they're cotton. I get them at Primark, they're quite good. It was a scandemic, Claire. Totally it was. A scan. Zero flu, total COVID. And even there's no such thing as flu. There's no germs. They're liars, Everybody is lying. Is this the best show that we've had? Or is it the worst show? I can't tell. Is 43 people watching it, so we're doing good. We're doing good. We're slowly rising up. Can everybody like thumbs up? Can you thumbs up this thing? 22 people thumbs up. That's good. And can you go next door? Do you see the bell thing? Press the bell and say you want all the messages sent. I'm not going to send too many messages, but whenever we're doing a show, you'll get a message that says the show's going on, and you say, send me another notification of that. I mean, isn't that the right thing to do? Can you also go to Discord? So you're on Discord, and you can have a chat with some of the people here. Some of the people are quite nice. They are nice. Most of you, I don't think anybody's hasn't been not nice. You have different opinions. And you could say, you know what, I disagree with Lewis on this, you're not going to be kicked out for disagreeing with me. You could be kicked out if you do some. Anyway, Boris let himself be a tool of Team World in all things, especially the COVID lockdowns. Yeah, the COVID thing was just to make people afraid. That's what Team World wants to do. That's why they're letting in all the Muslims. So they say, oh, we need digital ID. We need 15-minute cities. Let's make people afraid. People weren't afraid in this country. They were not afraid. And now they're afraid. So do that. Press the subscribe thing if you haven't subscribed yet. Jim Johnson, have you subscribed? Who else could I mention subscribing? Ian Balchin, can you subscribe? Most of the people who subscribed, I don't have a list of who subscribed, but can you subscribe? Let us subscribed. And after you subscribe, can you go to Ko-fi and it's so easy to make a contribution. It gets sent directly to my PayPal thing. It's a business. It's to keep this thing going. I'm horrible at asking for money. I know you're thinking, oh, you're always asking for money, but I'm not asking the right way. I don't think. £5 a month is 10 pence a day. It's not. Lexi, have you, is that your name? But you go to the bell. That's the shape of the bell, maybe. Press it. Go to like. Let's get up to 30 or 40 people watching this thing. And to do that. Lexi, as I said, FM, yeah, you've been there. But these are all Zingo. Can you do that? Can you like this stream? What we're doing right now today, and it'll change. Maybe it'll make them like us. YouTube. Ron Smith, same thing. Every single show, you got to press the like. You've got to press the like. About the Jewish assimilation thing, what's your opinion as a Jew on the militant Jews, the type that want to enslave the Goys rubbish and think so highly of themselves? You know what? In my entire life, I've never met one. And I don't know. I don't think that enslave the Christians. You know how many Jews there are? There are 15 million Jews. Of that, how many are like militant Jews? And of that, how many are like anti-Semitic Jews? So, no, Hunter, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that. It's like the discussion. Killer at large after a man in his 20s stabbed to death in South London. The phenomenon. Can you believe that Kemi Badenoff is the opposition leader? She's not good enough. She doesn't have the support. It's not that she's not good enough. Jutes or Jews. You, FM Ghost, should fight for Jews. You should fight for Jutes. And Jews are on the same team, an independent state, basically. An independent state. Drifting Beamer. What is that? What does this mean? Drifting Beamer. Is that the same as Liam Beamer? Is that the same? Who is Liam Beamer from yesterday? Who is Liam Beamer? Remember Liam Beamer? Liam Bream. Who is that? Is an average BMW driver behavior. Well, you don't believe in anything, Lewis. Laugh out loud. They do exist, but they are mostly radical clerics or people who run media shows like the jihadis do. Look at me. I run a media show. How dangerous am I? There are 40 people watching this, basically. Who is Drifting Beamer. Oh, I see that. Other news. There was an detected abduction of a teen by another illegal. Yeah, of course. Do you actually read your notes at a later date? What did I say I was going to write down? UK column news. I'll put a star next to it. I might. I don't read them at a later date. After the show's over, the show's over. I barely think about the next show. I think about this show 5 minutes before the show starts. Looks like the colors of Pali or Portugal. Could be. Where did it go? Did he delete the thing? It looks like he deleted it. Where did it go? What happened to it? See, he must have deleted it. It's not even new, says Ron Smith. It happens every day. Janice Stoplin. Janice, I miss you badly on Gab News. Thank you, Janice. Who did what? You deleted it. Okay. Don't we want to find out who it is? Maybe we should wait, Kermit, before we... So it's been deleted, whatever. So I mean, if you have an opinion, you could express an opinion. Even if you think I'm a horrible person, or if you think the people in this group are horrible. Okay, he was a troll from a few weeks ago, so he's been booted. I mean, yeah, he's been booted. Okay, but if you want to say something bad about me or bad about someone else in the group, and you say, I think Tommy Robinson's horrible, you can do that. You can do that. Thank you, Joodles, for that information. Janice Doplin. Janice Doplin. Who is Janice Doplin? Where are you from? Are you fat? How tall are you? Are you a woman? These are questions we need to know. We need to know. But thank you very much. You missed me. I'll never be back there again because I got booted because I called someone fat. And I may be an unstable character. Do I sound unstable to you? The next day I get a call from GB News saying, are you all right? Which was nice of them. Or maybe they think I'm going to something bad. I'm going to do something bad. Maybe they want me to be on. I don't know what they want. Paul Joseph Watson is good, but I avoid often his videos because they leave me enraged with a bad sense in the mouth, Ron Smith. That is true. That's true. That is true. I agree with you. I like him a lot, but I get angry too. And maybe this is a mistake. Daz is here. Ron Smith, maybe it's a mistake. We should be, we should try to be happier. I mean, maybe we should end this conversation right now. What did we talk about in today's show? We spoke about Boris. Boris is bad. What else did we discuss? Boris is bad. Do you remember what else we discussed? I think it's all... Do you want an Are You Fat t-shirt? I see you. I'd rather have one that says you are fat, just like that. It says you are fat. Not are you fat. Because I'll be looking at them. Maybe which is better? Are you fat or you are fat? Kate Quinn says, I don't know. What's happening? I get it when I rush. You don't have dementia. Yeah. I feel like I do. Level 42, Joe. She sent me the record, and I did not like it. Did I tell you I didn't like it? I listened to it. It was kind of like I was listening to new wave music back at that time. I was not listening to, dance music. Teaser Pop says, like I said, Boris is a toff. The UK has been run by toffs and intellectuals. Since 1890, maybe earlier than that. But it used to be a toffee, a toff, whatever a toff means. I don't even know who it was, but it sounded like it was not the music that I like. I've heard that fentanyl is good for stress. I don't know if that's true, and I think do not take that because we don't know. You don't know how much of it is, how much you've taken it. But I saw a program about it. It says it's been around for 100 years. It's practically an ancient drug. Ancient drug. It is a bit of a panic trying to rush to make a point promptly and to get in on the chat. I can see that. I don't know. Maybe when we do our live shows, you'll all come in and we'll all have a chance to speak. Maybe kind of like, what's his name? Like Charlie Kirk. You could speak openly and purposefully. Lewis didn't like love games. I'm shocked and sad. I get sent... One thing I get sent a lot of music. I'm not going to say by who, but she sends me a lot of music and says, this reminds me of this song. And it's hard for me to sort of understand what the song is because there's no visuals. But I come back and I say, it's like this movie. I'm more movie-oriented, basically. I never understood the words to songs. Can't beat a good card game, but I am biased. I grew up playing cards. I'm growing tobacco. It's good as a tincture for arthritis and many other ailments. You know what's good for arthritis? Lower your carbs, lower your toxic seed oils, and stop eating super amounts of cured foods, cured meats. I mean, you can eat some of it, but not super amounts. Don't eat carbs. I had arthritis. I couldn't move my shoulder. I had pain in my elbow. I had elbow pain. I couldn't move my finger here. I see you. So please, I see you. I see you. Don't say you can cure your arthritis. It's not something that just sort of just happened. Okay? It's not something like that. I see you. Who else has arthritis? I'll cure it for you. I had gout, which is a form of arthritis. I needed knee surgery. I see you. I couldn't turn my head. I had to give up driving because I couldn't bend my head like this to look around. I was too much in pain. So that's what it is. What type of arthritis would that be, Lewis? That kind of arthritis is whatever it's called. Gout is a form of arthritis. Trigger finger is a form of arthritis. Frozen shoulder is a form of arthritis. Not being able to move your head is a form of arthritis. Plantar fasciitis, it might be arthritis, I don't know. It's an itis. All itises are caused by irritations. All irritations cause inflammation. And all inflammation causes disease. So that's my answer to you. That's my answer to you, Kate. Beautiful, beautiful, Kate, beautiful. Kate Quinn. What do you say, Kate Quinn, about that? What do you say? Massive. So that's what it is. Trigger finger is associated with alcohol. And yeah, okay, yes. You want to have arthritis? Stop drinking. You don't want to. You want to get rid of it. You get rid of it. You get rid of alcohol too. You can't have those things. You can't have high carb, high alcohol, high toxic seed oil, and you're gonna have arthritis. And you don't say, "Oh, I caught it. It was a little thing that came into my blood, and now I've got arthritis." Here we go. Medical warning. Lewis Schaffer is not a doctor, and any of the recommendations should not be tried without qualified medical supervision. Yes, I'm not a doctor. Thank you, Andrew, for that. I really do appreciate that. Isn't alcohol carbs plus water? No, it is not. Fruit juice is that. But alcohol is a separate kind of thing. It's fermented fruit juice, and the body tastes the alcohol, and the body says, "Wow, this guy is so hungry. He's eating rotten fruit. So we need to save. He needs to get fat. He needs to drink more alcohol, which makes it addictive, and then the alcohol produces uric acid, raises." I guess has something to do with that. I'm not quite 100% sure. But raises uric acid, and the uric acid causes gout. And gout is a form of arthritis. And gout is not just in your fingers or your hands or your feet. Gout can be anywhere. Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Lewis, I'm in love with you. Yes. Do you know what? You should never say that to me, because I love you. Now I love you. And Claire, I love you too. What are you saying? I think this has been a good show. Oh my God, what's happened? We've lost people in the group. Why have we lost people? We're down to 30. Why have we lost people? Let's see. We're at the 31. And 32 people are liking this thing. So we're doing all right. I don't know why people come and go, but at one point we had over 44 people watching. I think maybe, I don't remember exactly how many we had, but we had a lot of people watching. We had there's the thing. We had 44 people. 44 people. About 20 minutes ago. So you're all here. Make sure you press the like thing. Make sure you do that. even if you hate me, which I don't think you do, but I don't hate you. If a producer adds sugar to their beers, oh well, it's disappointing if that's needed. Well, I mean, beer has carbs in it. And that's what makes it so dangerous. It has carbs and it has alcohol. Beer is one of the worst things you can have. And then it makes you, it stores all the fat around the stomach in the, I forget what it's called. What is it called? The area of the fat there. Do I drink, Lewis? Occasionally I have, not really. I had three. What was the drink that I had? I forget what the drink was called. Not mint julep. What's the thing that they give at Wimbledon? I had 3 of those. But I don't drink. I try not to drink. I try not to eat carbs. And everything that I tell you is something that I believe in. Pims. Thank you, Joodles. That's you listening. Thank you, Kermit. Pims. Everything that I do, I believe in. And I think you should do it. That doesn't mean I'm perfect. Okay? Spirits are far worse than beer. I'm not sure. And maybe 0.0 alcohol has sugar in it. No alcohol taste to ruin your crisp cold Beb. Yeah. The point is, like, I will go out. Maybe after this, I'll go out and I'll have some ice cream. And that's bad. But I try to keep them down. I try to keep it down. If I'm out with an English person and they're drinking and it means something for them to drink, I might have a drink. But then I'll get all stupid. I'll get all loving and stupid. And it's not very sexy, my loving. Anyway, thank you, Joe, for being here. Anyway. So I'm averaging between 50 and 100 grams of carbs. And I'm embarrassed, and I want to apologize to you, because I'm a liar. Because I believe in keto. I think if you've got cancer, you've got to be on a low-carb diet. Yeah, not low-carb. You've got to be a keto diet. You cannot feed the cancer. If you've got arthritis, you can't take pills for arthritis. You've got to stop eating carbs. And you know something? And I've done it myself. This is where I'm like lecturing. I'm so sorry. This is so boring. But I have in studio, which is, I don't know what direction it really is. And I don't know, maybe it gets flipped around. But I do recycling, which is probably a waste of time. It's probably a scam. Is recycling a scam? Okay. But every time I have to put something underneath my sink, I have to bend down. And every time I bent down, I was in pain. I was in pain from the gout. And now I'm not in pain. My feet don't hurt unless I go on a carb eating binge. But my carb eating binges are never what they used to be. I used to eat 350 to 450 grams of carbs a day. 400 grams of carbs. That's 1,200 calories of carbs. That's a lot of calories. That's 50% of my diet with carbs. Maybe more. More. Anyway, so don't eat carbs. We flog all the recycling to poor countries. It's disgraceful. Yeah, it is. It's hypocrisy. And you know it's bull. Gout, the most painful from what people... Yes, it's really painful. Mine never got so bad that I had to stay in bed, luckily. But when I stopped eating carbs, 2 to 3 years later, I was bending over and I'm realizing I don't feel that pain anymore. And that can happen to you. If you've got arthritis, you'll wake up one day and you'll say, I'm feeling great. I've given up the carbs. Never buy food that comes in a box either. Okay. So what kind of arthritis do you have? Are you a drinker? I see you. Are you eating toxic seed oils? Are you eating lots of cured food? Because that raises the uric acid level. I once drank a lot of wheat beer in Germany. I don't like the way that tastes. and never seem to get a hangover. Yeah, probably that's not true, but yeah. It's not as bad as beer. And beer in Germany has like 5 ingredients from what we know. Bill Bramall is going mental on GB News. What is he saying? What is he saying? Maybe they don't want me on the program because I told that guy off. He was like, maybe he's friends with people. Maybe he's friends. Maybe this thing, we're so close to reaching 1 million subscribers here. Maybe when I reach 1 million, people will have to take me seriously. And they'll invite me on other programs. They'll call me up and they'll say, let's have you on the show, Lewis. Why wouldn't you have me on the show? I don't know why, but maybe. When I say 1 million, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It'll probably take 2 or 3 million people. 2 million people. Yeah, that's true, Joodles, says Kermit. I remember seeing a documentary on some dude sifting through some rubbish in Brazil or somewhere and finding Essex County trash bags. Yeah. So, what do we do with the trash? Do I think that Curtis Lewa should step down? FM Ghost is asking an intelligent question. Should step down for Cuomo to stop the communist Mamdani, who is a Muslimist. He hates the Jews in a Jewish city. He's not even American. I don't believe that anyone who's not from the country they live in should be a political officer here. And that includes me. I don't think they should be allowed to vote. You come to a country, your kids should be allowed to vote, but not you. It's a good question. Curtis Lewa is running with Andrew Cuomo. It's a 3-way race because the other guy dropped out. Eric Adams dropped out. And so the question is, Cuomo lied and killed people regarding the COVID thing. He was similar to Boris Johnson. He believed in it, whatever. And people were nursing homes, whatever. I actually like Curtis Lewa a little bit, and I don't like Mario Cuomo. But Mario Cuomo looks like he's got the advantage. And Mamdani, and maybe if you listened, I supported voting for the Reform Party, even if it would help the Labor win, because I did not trust the Conservatives anymore in the last election. And maybe that was a mistake. Maybe we should have it's a really good question. Very good question. What do you guys think, if you know New York politics? Yeah. I would say yes. I would vote for Cuomo. I'm not sure. Polo Mate is here. Good to see you. Welcome back. Used to be called Polo Mints. So thank you very much for coming. You don't palm your rubbish to a charity shop. That's bone-eyed or lazy and wrong. Why is it bone-eyed or lazy to a charity shop? Why is it that way? Labor just want everything harder and faster. Harder and faster. Harder and faster, says Ron Smith. What does that mean too? I send my stuff to a charity shop. I'd like to send stuff from. I would like you to buy stuff. Like, how much do you think this thing is worth? Do you see this thing? It's made out of wood. Wait, what is this thing here? It's made out of wood. Hold on a second. It's made out of wood. It's a tripod. Can you see the tripod? I don't know how much this would cost to buy. It's not in absolute perfect condition, but it works. Could I get any money for it? That's why I'm not throwing it out. We did find out why our names changed on YouTube, Lewis. Did we find out? Yes, we did. Judel says that they don't want they want people to be nice to each other. Says YouTube, which has not been nice to me by demonetizing me. You might, Lewis, which is great. I bet you wouldn't give your local charity shop pure crap. So disrespectful. No, that's not true. I do not give them pure crap. It's my local charity shop. They got to throw it out. And they look at, I wouldn't give them garbage. It's stuff that they could sell. The stuff that they couldn't sell, I put out on the street, which maybe gets sent somewhere. So there you go. Vatnai says, there are too many MPs who are representing overseas issues like Pakistan, Kashmir, Gaza. What has that got to do with our parliament, says Vatnai. Yes, I agree. No foreigners should be allowed to vote. No foreigners, people who are born, should be allowed to hold public office. Unless you were born in this country. Okay? Let's make it as simple as that. Does that make me a racist? I hope that doesn't make me a racist. Okay, we're going to end the show in 3 minutes. I think this has been a good show. Has it been a good show? Has it been a good show? I think it's been a good show. Not quite Polo Mate. It's to avoid duplication. We could all change our names to Fred, and it's hard to distinguish between people then, says Joodles. So they're trying to make users unique. Yes. So we could write it down, or we could say Alan Williams said this and Ron Smith said this. When I asked Grok if it knew who Joodles was, it said Dudley Moore. Well, are there other Joodles 22s? None of those immigrants will be interested in Dickinson's Real Deal or Antiques Roadshow and other antiques. Our historical items will be worthless and gone, Daz. You want to know something? That's one of my main concerns in life is stuff. I'm against destroying stuff. And stuff is really important to me. So I sent it to the charity shop, and at least it's not going to be destroyed, but maybe it will be destroyed. A lot of the stuff I buy stuff. Okay, let's go over. We're going to say goodbye in a minute. We got we got 39 viewers. How did that happen? How did it go from 30 to 39? We just made it up to 41. It's a huge increase. A huge increase. I mean, I'm so pleased. How did this show go? I think it went very well. I think it went really... I think my mood was good. I said some things which, Oh my God. I don't want to see that. Okay. I care about, just as I said, I care about stuff. I came across an Osmond Gold thing. Activists ruined this painting beyond repair. I hate that. That should be punishable by death. Okay, so here we go. Let's say goodbye to everybody. Before we say goodbye, everybody like the stream. Everybody go to subscribe. Everybody go to Discord. Everybody send me at least £5. Okay? Thank you, Polo Mint, for coming in there. Great show today, says Ian Balchin. Thank you very much. Okay, brilliant. Everybody's got unique names. That's amazing. I am Lewis Schaffer Live. That's my unique name. Okay? So thank you very much, Kermit, for putting this up. Buy the stream a cup of coffee. Would that kill you to do? Join the Discord. If you need help, ask somebody here. Join the Discord. 42 viewers. Might as well keep going. I think an hour and a half is enough time. We'll see you tonight at 10:30. There'll be more time. Okay? I already said, and this is something that Joodles pointed out to me. She said, if you're going to say goodbye, you got to go. You got to go. It's like a comedian says, I'm going to go. You got to go. 999,999 views. That's how many views I have. That many. So subscribe. Okay? Pervy Lewis at 10:30. Yeah, I'll be pervy. I get pervy late at night. So come on in. Male and female. I will be pervy. PayPal PayPal me at Lewis Schaffer. Is that the right way? Or paypal.me/Lewis Schaffer. I don't know if that's the thing. If that's the thing, paypal.me. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's the right thing. PayPal. I think the right thing is it's paypal.me Lewis Schaffer. I think that's what it is. It's paypal.me.Lewis Schaffer. Paypal.me. I think this is what it is. Oh, there you go. It could be this. It could be this. I think this is it. This is the one that will work. This is the one that will work, everybody. This is the one. This is the one. Okay. I think this is how you go to PayPal. I would say this is maybe the best bet for PayPal. Kermit, maybe. Can you I think there's maybe a bit too much stuff. This could be the best bet for Patreon, and you gotta figure out how to follow the links. If you cannot follow the links, please don't contribute any money to the stream. It's also on the app. If you go to YouTube, it's down below, unlike any other stream. Ko-fi, Discord. There's the Patreon thing. So that's it. Ko-fi, you have it all. Who else? Discord. Have I forgotten anything? Have I forgotten anything? Okay, I think this was a good show. That's right. It's a very long curtain call. I'm gonna leave now. Okay, you all have been great. This show and this stream has been a joy to me. Has been a joy to me. We're going to see you all at 10:30. I'm going to post the link. I think it could be it's never a definite, but it could be a definite. But we'll see you tonight. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. And it's been brilliant. So let's wave goodbye. I'm waving goodbye, everybody. Okay.